Here we are at Jeff's workshop once again, and he's working on the base plate for my Moto Guzzi alternator cover. And he's using the original plastic cover there as a guide to drill the 4 mounting bolts.
I had a rummage in the scrap bin and found something that'll do the job.
Yeah. So one more to go. And then it'll be time to put that on the miller. Once you've milled this plate out, so if you turn it over, we can see the... it's quite warm, yeah. It's just come off the lathe. So you've made this plate, or you reused this plate, you've countersunk these holes.
They've been countersunk, they are very close.
You've taken that big chunk of billet material and machined it all out, so that's all been machined.
Several hours work.
I can believe it, and bolted it on, and now it's going to come away again, and this shape needs to be...
Yeah, it's got to be. We've just got to. I'll mark it out and set it up.
Okay.
But there's more than enough metal on there to get what we
Great.
need.
Well, press on the lad. Well, I drink tea.
Take 7.
Take 7. Yeah. This is Saturday afternoon in Jeff's workshop again, and I'm back with this one-off fork brace. It's back for a bit more work. We need to do something with the top. I'm not sure yet, so that can wait. But what will happen is the base will be machined out on either edge to sort of mimic that, so it sits better on the bike, and these sharp edges here will be ball milled to round them off a wee bit. After that, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. We need to have a little think about it, and before I commit to drilling some holes or milling it or whatever. Okay?
Yes.
Brilliant. So moving that away, we've now got the famous alternator cover.
Famous?
Well, it's famous now. And this is the original black plastic scratched cover that I didn't like. I wanted to get rid of that. So that can go. And in its place, we've got this heavy old thing. So Jeff has now completed the basic machining on this. It consists of 2 parts. This base, because it's upside down at the moment, which is drilled and countersunk, to this main top piece, which was machined from a large solid piece of aluminium. The outside is still as it was with that original piece, so it's not been shaped yet. It still needs beveling to mimic this shape, and once that's done, we're going to do something with the top, drill it, mill it, I'm not sure yet. But before all that happens, I've got to make sure it fits the bike. I mean, these are plastic, and we've used these mounting points as a guide, but you never know, they might be half a mil out or something like that. With a plastic piece, it doesn't matter because it will bend and stretch, no problem, but this will not bend and stretch. So I'm hoping and hoping and hoping that it's going to fit on the bike, and that we've got enough clearance inside to clear the alternator. So, in a moment, I'm going to go home, and hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to fit. Check. So let's go and see if it really does or not. And off we go. And here we are now back at home. This is a trial fit of this new cover. There's an issue with the lead here, the electrical lead, because we haven't yet sculpted out a space for that to pass through to the rectifier. We knew about that, but I left that for now because I'm not sure where I want it to exit this new piece. So let's see if it'll actually fit. Where are we? And the answer is no, it won't. It almost fits, as you can see. It's pretty damn tight, but it's just now rubbing on the outer case of the alternator, which isn't good. It's only by about, I would say, at most 1 millimetre. So we need to go back and get that back on the lathe and take this inner surface out by about 1 mil. There's a little bit of room here to play with, not much, but it should be enough. And this is not totally unexpected, because even though I did measure it as best as I could, it is quite a tight fit, which is not a lot of room to play with the thickness of this material. And it's the kind of thing that will happen when the bike's in one place and the machine shop is in another. There's no room in Jeff's workshop to keep this bike there all the time, and even if there was, I can't move it. It's got no wheels at the moment, so it's not the end of the world. We'll pop back and get that widened by 1 mil or so, and hopefully all will be well.